So today we are cooking Menemen, and this is a lovely little dish. This is one I found actually on the back streets close to where I do my food shopping. And in this instance I'm using sausage and cheese because that's what they use. But of course if you wanted to leave it out then feel free to do so. Now I'm using a spicy Greek sausage. This has been made and then air dried outside for a day and then popped in the fridge to continue with that process for about a week. I think a more traditional sausage to use would be, I think in Turkish it's sucuk, and I think here in Greece where I live it's suzuki. Sorry if I've just ruined that pronunciation, but I think that would be more of a classic sausage to use, and that is a beef air-dried sausage. So into a preheated copper pan, I've got some olive oil going. This pan's pretty traditional to serve this in. I'm going to add the sausage to that and cook it out so the oil gets flavoured with all of those spices in the sausage and the fat comes out of the sausage, which is going to add flavour to the rest of the ingredients. Next up, one long green pepper, and I'm just going to slice that lengthways, turn it round and dice that up. Don't forget your sausages. Make sure you give those a quick turn in the pan. It's the last week of September here and still technically summerish, I guess, and we've still got some great tomatoes. So I'm going to be grating mine and using those fresh, but if not, you could use some tomato passata or some chopped in tomatoes. That'll work just fine. As soon as the sausage is cooked through a little and you can see it's given up its flavour and fat to the oil, get your peppers in there and give those a sauté off with the sausage. So I managed to find a really good stringy melty cheese, which I believe is called chilal, and this can tend to be a bit salty, so I soaked it for about 30 minutes in cold water and then just checked the salt content before I grated it. But you just want to grate this down. Now you could use any cheese you want, but the melting quality is really key to this dish. And finally for the prep, I'm just going to crack a couple of hen's eggs into a bowl so that everything's ready and easy to bring together for the end of the dish. Now once the peppers have had time to saute, you can add your tomato, raw in this case, or passata if you've chosen to use that, to the dish, and then we're just going to give it a good stir. I'm added some Turkish chili flakes here, and now this needs time to cook down. We want this to reduce into a sauce but not too thick. It still wants to retain some of that kind of watery quality because once this is baked, this is perfect for dipping bread in. And there you can see, this is the stage we want our sauce to have cooked to. It's still a little bit runny, it's not too tight. Now I'm going to add a small handful of the cheese directly into the sauce and give it a light mix, and then in with the two hen's eggs. And the idea here is to kind of fold them into that sauce. You don't want to make scrambled eggs because you want that egg running through the tomato sauce at the end once everything's cooked. Now we could stop here, but I'm going to add another handful of cheese, some more Turkish chili flakes, and then cover this with a lid. Cook it on a low heat until that cheese has just melted, and then this dish is ready to eat. And that's it, done. And to be honest, this has got to be one of my all-time favourite brunch dishes. The textures of the cheese and the eggs is just amazing. I guess for me, this is kind of the ultimate summertime brunch. Being able to utilise those fresh tomatoes is great, but this will be a dish that I continue to make through the winter. Of course, I'll just use a good quality passata or chopped in tomatoes. The combination of the cheese, the tomatoes, the spicy sausage and the Turkish chili flakes works really well. And having sautéed off the sausage first, you get all of the flavours from that running through this dish. This is a great versatile dish. Give it a go. Okay guys, let's just wind you in a little bit there. There we go. Okay, thank you very much for watching, and of course if you make this dish in this video or anything else on the channel, or indeed anything you're making at home, and you're on Instagram, please do tag me over there so I can keep up to date with what you guys are doing. Now, where have I been for the last couple of months? I wanted to give you a quick rundown. It's really simple. We've been doing an apartment renovation, moving apartments, and all of this in the middle of this kind of crazy COVID period. So apologies I haven't been around that much, but obviously the videos will be a lot more frequent now, and I'm nearly kind of finished. As you will have seen in the video, there's a few things missing. This light here needs to go in, and can you see here? There's a light that needs to go under there as well. And there's this big window here as well, which lets in lots of natural daylight, but I kind of want to get a blind up there just to stop the harsh sun in the mornings. Apart from that, I think the sound panel on the ceiling should stop that crazy echo. And then I'm just playing with camera angles, trying to work out the best places to film in here. So if you guys have got any comments, please do let me know down below. Apart from that, thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned, and I'll see you again very soon.